Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Velocity! Last week was a blast, and as we continue on the night, we are going to have another show. I know, 2 shows in one day? What? Oh my god, that's crazy. Well, PCW's crazy, baby. Welcome back to Velocity. Let's get this show underway. The impossible happened, but she is not willing to accept it. Shot her shot to a hurry. This thing is far from over. And she is making that known. While the tension continued to rise between Kat and Akari, and I guess the whole of Matthew, if you want to put it that way, she won her title back, and she wants her win back after Akari's clean victory last week on Velocity in the main event. All right, we continue on the Party Zone TPT. All right, on to the scene, Cole Price, Sammy Holland, and Cole Price last week paid the price when the Warriors of Odin came out. And they squashed him like a bug. Specifically Cole Price. He squashed like a bug. You can see the tape over his body underneath the little jumpsuit looking thing he has. And yeah, that is from Big Joe. Thanks to him. He like crushed his ribs multiple times. Many times. So, you know, he goes from I'm a ride in a wheelchair if he keeps this up. Because Cole Price is already hurting. And now he's got to come back out and hope that it doesn't happen again. But I'm sure they learned their lesson this time. They know what they're dealing with. They know who's coming after them. You can be more prepared, and you can watch your back. They are the tag team champions. They've done their best ever since Mania. They've come here. They cut a great promo. Got talked by the Warriors of Odin. And now they continue on with much of the similar. Much of the same similar thing. But we do know that Jack Maverick has been told not to help too much. Obviously, they always appreciate the help, but they gotta do it their own way. And Jack Maverick understands that. So it is just them, Sammy Holland and Cole Price, want to prove that they are tag team champions with no help needed. And I admire that. I truly do. They come out tonight to address the Warriors of Odin. What exactly do they have to say? the Warriors opponent in the Ascendant next week to find a #1 contender at House of Horrors, the TPD, and it is so good to see the Ascendant back. This tag team division is absolutely thriving. Well, as we continue on tonight, as the tag team division thrives, we can move on to something a little different. Matthew has arrived once more on Velocity, led by Devin Lynn, Kira Jade, and Keely on there by her side. And it's weird that Devin Lynn's champion, so is Keely. Kira Jade is not a champion. She's the only one in Matthew, well, I guess out of the story that doesn't have a title. And she's got a match tonight.
It's scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Singapore.
Certainly doesn't tell you a lot when Kira Jade's the one with the matches are coming up to Devin Lynn's theme with her in front, but I digress. Tonight, Kira Jade looks to take, I guess give herself a championship match. I mean, that would be nice, right? Kira Jade championship match when she gets her ass beat by somebody. Maybe Joyce Carter, she ends up winning the title from Kagetsu. You know, she has got a lot of trauma there. Whatever the case be, Kira Jade wants the title. She wants to fit in with these two, and obviously that's kind of a hard thing to do when you're dealing with a bitch and a different bitch, but Keely's okay. But her opponent tonight will be Shannon Rhodes, the former champion herself, and well, Keely Jidoshi has that title now. By her side, she comes out to face Kira Jade. She had one hell of a promo last week with Keely. She wants that title back, and she has made that very, very clear. And with Nighthawk by her side, the numbers, I mean, they're still in favor of Matthew, but it definitely helps Shannon Rhodes, doesn't it? Nighthawk's a big man. He's a big man. He can outpower a lot of people, both men, women, and anything in between. He can probably outpower a Grizzly Bear. I wouldn't be surprised on some Igor Volkov type shit. Shannon Rhodes tonight looks to pick up a big victory over Kira Jade to claw her way back to that title against Keely, and I think she has made that known. She wants to, Keely wants her to earn her opportunity back, which I don't think Shannon Rhodes necessarily needs to prove, but Keely's real. If I get to Shannon's like, alright, I'll play into it then. I'll beat Kira Jade back, you know, and then would that help? I imagine it would, but we are underway. And yep, that's about what I expected. That's about what I was expecting. Clothesline from Shannon Rhodes, and Kira's just getting a little angry at the start of this match. A rear view attempt, drop with the knee. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? I won't argue that Kira Jade definitely is talented, though. Oh man, big backflip. I won't argue that she's not talented. She really is. I mean, we've seen a lot of her matches, especially towards the end of last year, whether it be by the end of the year, or during the break between the years, you know, the Dark Superstar Theory, Justice Bellator, whatever it was, the Dark Superstar Theory. And at the Slammies as well against Joyce Carter, it was a very good match. So she's proven that she can go with some of the best in-ring competitors in the company, you know? So that's a good thing. Not necessarily that she won any of them, but she can certainly go and give them a fight, that's for sure. Shannon picks her up out of the corner. She wasn't paying attention and got dropped with the neck breaker. Shannon Rhodes right back to her feet goes Kira Jade. Shannon from behind, inverted suplex. First she goes down into the mat. Well done by Rhodes. Kira forced back to her feet. Shannon Rhodes. Here we go. 1 mil. Set it up with a 2 mil, and I haven't said this in a while. This is gonna be fun. Shannon Rhodes. Oh no! Kira Jade counters. Fisherman suplex, and Shannon kicks out. She ruined it. I'm gonna have fun with that. Oh, Kira Jade, German suplex. Off the rope comes Jade. But senton. Suddenly taking control when you least expect it is Kira Jade. In the middle rope, Shannon kicked off by Jade. Middle rope, middle drop kick by Kira Jade with another from senton for good measure. Kira heading up to the top rope with a leg drop from the heaven. You can see the momentum pouring through the sky on that, cutting through the air. A cover and a kick out at 2. Shannon Rose stays alive. Kira Jade circling Shannon like a shark looking for prey. Countered by Rose with that neckbreaker. Double foot stomp on top of it. Rose regaining the control. She heads to the middle rope. And a leg drop of her own. Showing her I can do the same thing as you, partner. Back up. Boom. Another neck breaker. Cover and a kick out by Kira Jade, though. It's not going to be enough. A good attempt nonetheless. Back up to her feet, Rose. Here we go again. Can we have it this time? 1-0 by Shannon. Coming in for the 2-0. Straight to the sky for 3-0. There we go. Covered by Rose for the win against Kira Jade. Barely kicking out at 2. Kira stays alive. Shannon Rose, I think, knows what she has to do here soon. You're gonna look for that crash market as you have to. Monkey flip. Big blow cross body. Lands it. Beautifully done by Shannon Rose. And here we go. From the corner. Crash market incoming. Can Rose land it on Kira Jade and the mat? No, she can't. Boot to the face. Jade with a nice counter. Looking for the German. Shannon is able to roll through. Rose with the boot. Counter by Kira Jade, German suplex, beautifully done, and a fantastic cover. No comment. The kick out by Shannon Rose. Back up to her feet. Kira's not done. Not gonna let up on the offense quite yet. Into the corner we go. Jade with a kick to the midsection. Make it 2. Back shots in the corner. From taking them to giving them. Shannon Rose in a bad spot. Placed on the top rope. Kira Jade, a right hand to the spine. She heads up high. Shannon Rose makes her pay. Down goes Jade. Shannon rebounds on top. Off the top. Able to leapfrog a Kira move. Oh my God! You spinning back kick might have knocked her lights out. Kira Jade. Hooks her up Jade Stone. Busts her down to the ground. By Kira! No! Oh my goodness, that one was close for comfort. A kick out by Shannon Rose. Kira Jade. Oh! Crushing her down to the mat. Kira. Slamming her face first. Kira Jade regaining that control and could be looking for the Emerald Rebirth to put it all to rest. Jade, she sure does. Shannon's able to counter though. Uh-oh, here we go again. Run it back. 1-0 and a 2-0 right on top of it. Can we go for 3? 3-0. There we go. All the energy exhaled from the lungs of Shannon Rose. Now she's racked up about $8 million. If only she had gotten that last one on her first attempt, she would have had $9 million. But a kick out by Kira at a late 2 count. $8 million raised for, I don't know where I'm going with that. Shot by Shannon. Kick in the corner, off the rope with speed. Shannon Rose! Oh, nope. Kira Jade. Counter with the foot up. combination from Jade, a jumping knee was avoided. Shannon Rowe, she goes under, butterfly suplex. It's flipped out by Kira Jade, kicks in a midsection. Jade off the rope, axe to the face. Kira Jade, setting up for the finish. For the Emerald Rebirth, Shannon Rowe, she gets out of the backside, avoiding the Emerald Rebirth attempt. Got her up, slamming her right back down, hooks the leg for the cover. Sidewalk slam and a kick out. Kira Jade still in it. Doing a good job though, both competitors. Back to her feet again. Shannon Rowe is gonna have to go for something big if she wants to end it like this. Here we go again. 9 mil. Make it 10 mil. How about 11? Oh, wait. Oh my God. Did that count? What was a vertical suplex powerbomb? Okay, make it 12 mil. She gets 2 just for that one. Push against the rope. It's Kira Jade. Shannon, a snapmare. And here we go to the outside. Shannon Rowe. Glass Market. Okay, of course. Of course, you can't have Devin win by ringside without her trying to do some bullshit with that fucking badass forehead. And Kira Jade back to her feet. Watch out, Shannon. A roll up by Jade, goddammit. Covered by Flickrick, exactly what they wanted. But Shannon gets down at 2. Kira Jade can't believe it. She thought she had that. Back to her feet. Kira. Uh-oh. Hooks her up. Jade Stone. Buster again. Doesn't seem to matter. Jade Stone. Damn it. Oh, look. Nighthawk. Getting involved in the perfect moment. Isn't that just karma, Devin Lynn? And now look at it. Shannon Rowe this time. It's her turn. Roll up on Kira Jade. For the win. Shannon Rowe. A taste of their own medicine. Picks up the win. Well, that's gotta feel good for everybody.
Here is your winner,
Shannon Rowe. Well done. Smart as well to bring Nighthawk. He ended up being the game changer for Rose. What a victory. Hila Jidoshi's in trouble. Well, a beautiful win by Shannon Rowe. But as we continue on the night, here comes Maximus King, the interim global champion of Velocity. I don't even want to talk about last week with Noah Johnson. I don't feel comfortable. I'm pretty sure bro's probably in the hospital. I think he actually is on the injury list. I can't confirm that though, but if he is, then I feel so terrible for him. But Maximus King is back on his own after his 3rd ever victory in the company's history. With that said, you would think, oh my god, this guy's like a menace. He's 3-0 and he's already a champion? No, he's like 3-11. He sucks. I don't know how he's a champion. But he is. But luckily, Logan Freeman came to our rescue by returning last week to take out both Maximus King and Logan Freeman. Mostly Logan. Excuse me. God damn, he did not take out himself. Maximus King and Jack Maverick, but he mostly took out Jack Maverick, let's be honest. Maximus King ran away and he feels horrible about it. He said it this week, but that's the fact. And Jack Maverick was a sacrifice to the Bluegrass Wolves, and Maximus King is soon to be as well. He cannot outrun having to face Logan Freeman in a title match. So how long is he going to be able to run before he has to face the inevitable and defend his title against the very man who kind of probably should still be the champion? I mean, he sort of still is, but like both the global champion, they just have to kind of have a match to decide who's going to be the real one. It's complicated, but it's also not. So, but Maximus King, I would say welcome, but I don't know how many people are exactly that excited to see you. Don't fucking dance, brother. Stop. Logan Freeman! Oh, wait a minute, Jack Maverick! Coming to the rescue! Or at least he's trying to! Off the rope! Oh no! Huge clothesline! Logan takes him out! And Maximus trying to ambush from behind. Logan with the German! Right back down to the before you go, buddy! Freeman taking all the control in the world! Setting up! Blue grab! Oh no! Jack Maverick! Jack Maverick takes the bullet for Maximus King! He saves his ass! And a yoinky spoinky Maximus King yet again saved by Jack Maverick! Oh, but he's helping him this time. Okay, no, I should not be that happy about this. He's helping Jack Maverick. Oh, it's kind of cute. He's helping Jack Maverick out. And Logan Freeman. It's going to be hard when it's a 2v1, man. You got to find a way through this. Still live. Did he not see the camera? Okay, well, tonight's main event has to do with Matthew Cage. Oh my God!
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way.
Are we done? Okay, that's in that. Okay, yep. He wasn't no less to get. Oh, he's calm, cool, and collected now. What the fuck just happened? Okay, the main event. It is the number one contenders match to face Butch at House of Horrors. It's it's Matthew Cage versus Ryan Yokozu to decide who will face Butch for that title. Last week we saw it on low over at the very beginning of the show, and now we get to see hopefully some kind of conclusion. You know, assuming there aren't any shenanigans, and I guess with Matthew Cage, that's really never a guarantee.
From Tokyo, Japan,
I am Yokozu, one of the greatest men to ever do it in this company's history. Now has a chance to get back to glory, and that comes with beating Butch to become the new champion of Velocity. He's been a global champion in the past, right? It was called the Takeover Championship, of course. He wants to become the IP champion by beating Butch. Why not? Why not? And it's crazy that he's only held one championship ever. That feels wrong. That doesn't feel like a real stat. It feels like he's been a champion for far longer than that. But it's crazy, he hasn't. Or not even longer, he feels he's had more title wins. He hasn't. It's crazy. He's won a Rumble. He hasn't made it into the Mania, but he's won a Rumble. He's been one of the best to ever do it in the first 2 years. He had a great year 3. He had a decent year 4. And he's back here on year 5 on his home, Velocity, where it all started. We saw him there in year 4 a little bit too, but yeah. He actually had a feud with Matthew Cage, and that's why Matthew was so unhappy with Yokozu, because he feels like Yokozu just keeps coming back to terrorize him, which, if that's the case, I love it. It's hilarious. Keep doing it, Yokozu. But a rivalry never really got solved, to be honest, and we continue it here in year 5. Matthew and Yokozu, unfinished business. Will it be finished tonight? And Matthew Cage immediately running in for that moonsault kick. And a second one. Yokozu puts against the rope. And Matthew Cage is wasting 0 time here as we start. It actually worked, unlike Ayla and Isaiah on Chaos before. Oh my goodness, Nathan Plancha. Matthew Cage diving through the sky. And it's actually working for him. Into the ring. This is awesome chance already. That's surprising, but hell yeah, brother. Boom! Never complain about that. Slingshot drop kick. Matthew Cage immediately on taking the initiative. Sends it to the corner. It's Yokozu. Moonsault kick in the corner. And another one sending him right back in. Here's that combination we've seen Matthew Cage do oh so often. Over and over again. Yokozu's got nowhere to go. Matthew, back elbow into Gary. Matthew is rolling. To the top rope. Cage! Made it! Flash! Beautifully done! Well, I hate to say it, but Matthew's doing a fantastic job. I mean, it's such a parallel from where he was before when he had to face Igor Volkov. You know, at week 1. I mean, he didn't lose, technically. I mean, he did disqualify himself, so I guess he lost. But, like, on the traditional way. From the top! Hurricane Rana! Matthew Cage. I don't think Yokozu's hit a move yet. Off the rope. Matthew. Clothesline again over the top rope. Here we go once more. Matthew. Off the rope. Wait, Yokozu. There it is. He gets in the ring. An arm. Oh my God. An arm drag. And he just took his head off with that roundhouse kick right after. By Yokozu. Inverted. Oh, inverted power slam. It didn't work. Matthew was able to back out of it. Back in the corner, a moonsault kick. Yokozu takes no shit. He said, Huge clothesline and a drop kick right after it. Brian Yokozu hooked him up with an elbow to the head. Yokozu is so experienced. It's not like Matthew isn't. I mean, Matthew's made a run to the WrestleMania. Yokozu hasn't. That's a crazy stat, right? But it goes to show you these two are amazing, but Yokozu might just be a little better. At least he's trying to prove it. Cover and a kick out. Matthew has beaten him quite a few times when Matthew was champion back in year 4. Boom! An inverted power slam. At least some variation of it. Yokozu wants his wins back. And he wants them bad. Now's your chance. Oh no! He tried to end it right there. Matthew Cage tripping him up with a little leg sweep, sort of variation. Matthew off the rope. Tilt-a-whirl. Backstabber. Matthew again, still in control. Of course he is. And now to the top rope, Matthew Cage. No! Sky high with counter. Ryan Yokozu was able to avoid it. Oh! Look at that! Yokozu! No, he tripped up again. He was trying for the sunset knee again. And even still he couldn't connect. That's 2 times. Matthew leaps off the top from Yokozu's strike. Oh, shotgun knee! Matthew Cage. Drops him down again, and he goes right back up top for another sky high. Lands it. This soon. Is it really over that quick? No! Yokozuna picked up. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Yokozuna still in it. Matthew sends him into the corner though. He's still got the advantage. He's still got the momentum. Enziguri straight to the head. Hooks him up in the ropes. Off the ropes now. Matthew. Boom. Drop kick straight to the midsection. Yokozuna's got to be hurting everywhere. A shooting star from a standing position. Matthew egging him on. And he's doing very well in this match. I have to give it to him. Really shows the skill gap between him and Igor. Not that he didn't do terrible against Igor. It's just doing even better here. Uh-oh, powerbomb! Nope! Yokozuna plants him! Shut out! Powerbomb! No! Matthew kicked at it too once again. But now Yokozuna's taking it back in his control. Into the corner we go. Ryan Yokozuna. Matthew tries to counter. Oh! Beautiful one by Yokozuna. Kicked it back in the head. Bang! Sliding German right under the rope. To the top rope. Yokozuna, bang! Huge knee drop from the heaven. And now it is his time to shine. Ryan Yokozuna ready for war. Hoist Matthew right back up. Yokozuna off the rope to speed. Oh, the sunset knee was avoided. Oh no! Shotgun knee again. Matthew Cage, another huge counter. Now, from behind, looking for Cloud9. Counter again! Setting sun from Ryan Yokozuna. Now trying to crawl his way to the corner, little by little, inch by inch, for that sunset knee. Here we go. Flooding in! Got him! Sunset knee! Back up to a feet up the rope! And another one! Covered by Yokozuna for the win! Matthew Cage! A little smarter than it may seem. Just his hand on the rope. Yokozuna was not paying attention to the positioning of where they were in the ring. Yokozuna. On the top is Matthew Cage. In deep trouble. This could spell the end for MC. From the top. Superplex! Is that the annoying orange? Okay. I remember that. That's hilarious. Whoever brought that sign. That's Matthew Cage's profile picture online, by the way, if you were wondering. From the corner! No! Matthew avoids it! Moonsault kick, he gets put against the rope. In a drop kick. Here he comes again! Bang! Also once again! Tilt to work! Back! Stabber! To the top. That's a long distance. He will make it! But Yokozuna gets the knees up just in time! Oh, sunset knee! Covered by Yokozuna! He's going to hurt some horrors! The #1 contender! And with that being said, watch out, Butch! It's a rematch, and it's an exciting one. Ryan Yokozuna one step away from becoming a champion once more. Thank you all for stopping by.